I just wanted to talk about some of these different ways of thinking, one, about how these kind of programs connect both the informal and the formal sector, how it provides a floor both for those who are part of the organized labor movement, but also for the poor who are excluded because they don't have access to formal jobs, how it's a platform of innovation for linking people to social services, to public services, and to addressing many of the assets which don't exist, whether it's thinking about access to water, whether it's also thinking about social services, whether it's being proactive. We know, for example, that with climate change, there is increased, for many parts of the Caribbean, there's going to be increased cyclones. There will be increased flooding. These are programs which, again, could be activated even in the leading up to the hurricane season to help people become better prepared for these kinds of events, which we know are only going to increase in time. And so it's something that can be also proactive. And I think that's why having different countries have different frameworks, why even having a rights-based framework, for example, with 100 days of work in India, which is now being picked up in other countries, becomes quite important, because then you have to think, okay, what am I going to do to provide someone with 100 days of work? What are the range of activities which people can focus on? Useful activities. And so it becomes actually a quite important instrument also of development policy. We don't think about these kinds of things in many developed countries. You activate people, you try to get them into the labor market, you provide them with training, and basically you provide unemployment insurance. In our countries, given the numbers of people, you can't do something quite like that on a large scale. So you need to think about it as development policy, as something that will make a difference through the state to the long-term conditions under which people work. My own organization, UNDP, has been focusing, especially in the context of Rio, on what are being called triple wins, identifying activities which specifically make a difference to the environment, which make a difference to social services, which make a difference to income security. And I've mentioned some of the programs for Ethiopia, for India, for other countries, but it's also being done in very small countries.